So I want to make lemon poppy seed cake. And I'm going to start by dumping the flour in here. And that is 170 grams of flour. And then we have a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of table salt. And then lid on and give this a whirl. Oh, and that was cake flour too, not regular flour. Okay, so that's all nicely combined. And then just gonna dump that in this bowl over here. So then here we have a tablespoon of that flour mixture and a third of a cup of poppy seeds. And we're just going to stir that up really good. And then set that aside. And my poppy seeds are white poppy seeds. I get them at an Indian store, and so that explains that. Okay, so then we have butter. This is about 230 grams of butter. And we want to melt this butter. And to melt butter, and the Thermomix, we turn it on to, let's say, 3 minutes and 60. And that butter is still frozen, so that's why it's taking like a minute, but I'll turn it up to 4. Alright, so now I turned it down to speed 2, and you can see in there how the butter is starting to melt. And just keep monitoring it, and when the butter's melted, then stop. Just fill it into another container and set it aside. And then okay, so we gotta rinse out the pot real quick. And to do that, I just added some warm water and a little bit of dish soap. Put the lid on and just give it a swirl on speed 6. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here we are, all dried out, and what we're going to do now is to create some lemon zest. So, I just use a vegetable peeler to peel off strips of lemon. Dump those in here. Add the lid. And 7. And basically just until it's chopped like this, and then we're going to scrape down the side one time, and then give it another whirl. Scrape down the sides again, just a little bit smaller. And then this is sugar. And that would be 270 grams of sugar. And about 20 grams of that is vanilla sugar. And if you don't know what that is, just leave me a comment and I'll explain it to you. And we're going to give this a whirl now. So lid back on, and for this we're going to use the turbo 5 1 second turbo boost. So turn the lid to closed, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, so
lemon
I'm
sugar.
going to add the Yum Yum Butterfly at this point. And now we are going to add 4 eggs. And the juice of 2 lemons. And then I'm going to give this a whirl for about 5 seconds. And that's all we got. Clean the sides off. So I'm going to run this, and there's our melted butter, and we're going to add this melted butter, and it should take us about 20 seconds to do so. Nice steady stream. Alright. Now we're going to add the flour mixture. A little bit at a time. Add it on. Not quite. There are about 3 batches of flour for this. So speed forward a little high. That's in. And then the rest of the flour. And that was 5 seconds. And we're going to just make sure we got all of this flour here incorporated, scrape down the sides. Just try to scrape the bottom once too, just to be sure that everything is in there. Lid, that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you have it. Now at the very end, this is our poppy seed mixture. And we'll give that a whirl. 3, 4, and 5. There we go.
I forgot to take a
And
shot
now I'm
of
going to
it
fill it into a pan.
after I put the batter in, but there you can see it in the oven baking.
15 minutes at 350 degrees, and I'll turn it down to 325 for another 35 or so minutes until it sticks inserted. Alright, so here's the cake. Actually, I think I had this in the oven for another 55 minutes. Just keep testing it. It should be nice. And now I'm going to make a glaze. And to make the glaze, we're going to get some sugar, about 100 grams, and about 1/4 cup of lemon juice. lid. 100. Let's start with 3 minutes on speed 1. And what you want to do is bring it to a boil and then cook it for approximately another 2 minutes till it's slightly thickened. It's sort of a syrupy consistency is what you're looking for. And then we're going to take that and brush the cooled cake with them. So I punched a bunch of holes in, even on the sides. And here's the glaze that we made. And I'm simply going to take the glaze now and brush all sides of the cake with this glaze again and again and again until all the glaze is on here. And then I'm going to let it cool for about an hour, and then this delicious cake will be ready to eat.